Let's get into a 12-team mock draft. We are doing a Superflex draft. So you will see the quarterbacks up here at the top. Matt, did you get into this draft? I hope Matt got in. If not, sorry, bro. You got to get faster internet. They fill up quick. He might miss the first week of camp because it's outside his peripherals. Hopefully that doesn't affect him. He's a good player.
Okay. I didn't have all of them. Is this Superflex? Yeah.
Superflex. And it's funny because on Sleeper 2, they don't have a Superflex rating. So what is it? It's a 2 quarterback rating, which is funny to me. It's funny to me. It is funny to me, man. Appreciate y'all tapping the like button, man. I've never had success trying to join a Sleeper online draft. It's tough, man. I feel like for whatever reason, some people have it ready to go differently. I don't know. Fills up in .001. Yeah, you got to hit the right draft spot, too. Ooh, this is good. I'm going to talk about that here in a second.
Who did they?
Y'all didn't let me get Bijan BT Fantasy, bro. You didn't let me get my boy, man. Sorry, I'll take Jettas here. The 109.
When did Garrett Wilson just get an extension?
Sounds like this just came in. So is this real? Is this real? Jets extended Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I just got the.
Did they give him the amount? What's the
4-year, $130 million, $90 million.
God damn. He got 35 a year? Is that 35 a year, right? That's 35 a year. That's crazy.
I'll take you on your math. I'm
crazy with the numbers, bro. I think maybe I'm off on that, but it sounds like 35 a year if I'm not.
So it was 90 mil guaranteed.
90 guaranteed? Sheesh. Well, he's gonna have a big year. They're gonna definitely give him the targets.
Yeah. It's like 32 mil. Was it again? 100. What did I say? 130 million?
You say 130? Yeah.
Yeah, so like 32 million.
32.5 million a year. That's love, bro. Damn.
So what's that make him? Highest? Who's the highest? Is it DK?
Oh, Chase.
Oh,
Chase got like 40-something last year. Chase, and then Jetta's got like 35 a year or two ago. Something, or maybe he got 40. I can't remember exactly. I think he got 40 actually. And Jamar Chase wanted like 40 and like 1 cent or something like that was the rumor. Oh my God, y'all gave me B time too.
Yeah, so he comes in right ahead of AJ Brown. And he's behind DK, so he didn't get paid as much as on top of like per year average, which I would say that's pretty solid.
That's about right. He's elite, but maybe not one of the top 50. He's not maybe not top 10 receiver in the league yet. Hasn't proven it.
Yeah. Well, that's like fourth. That's the 5th highest paid, but
everybody else is going to catch up too.
Yeah, they'll reset. So I think being behind DK is honestly pretty nice for them.
Yeah, good call. Now 4 years, 130 million, man. We got bots here in the chat, man. There ain't no bots here. It said I joined the draft and didn't show my name in the slot. Glitched out. People spamming it. It's quick, bro. I don't know how y'all are quick on the trigger, man. Quick on the trigger. 32.5 million. That's a good number for him, man. Good number for Garrett Wilson.
Damn,
Trey McBride in the second is crazy in Superflex.
I love Garrett Wilson, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'm on the Garrett Wilson train this year, man. I think he has a big year. I think it probably has more to do with like my excitement. I think Justin Fields is gonna get his ass to rock, bro. I feel really good about Justin Fields this year, man. I feel like Justin And if you can get him outside of the top 10 receivers or top 10 quarterbacks, you're getting a fucking steal.
No, I agree. I like in 1 quarterback leagues, absolutely. Even in 2 quarterback Superflex leagues.
Yeah.
The only problem is if he does get benched later in the season, which would be kind of annoying because
they gave him a 3-year deal. He'd be fine. They're not gonna. There's no way to bench him that early, bro. For the record, if you have not got your ticket to fantasy football training camp, make sure to get it. FFTcamp.com. Limited amount of free tickets, only 1,000 free tickets available. Once that is gone, I'm telling y'all it's gone. So if you rock with me, if you rock with Tyler, you rock with this Jayden fantasy community, or you just like fantasy football in general, you like getting draft advice for your draft, you want to hear from other analysts in this space, you want to hear from NFL players, I suggest you be there. It's free right now. It won't be free for long, but it will be a ton of information. A 2-day camp, 6 to 7 hours each day. I think 7 hours each day of information. And I will have Dante Culpepper is already going to be there. More names to be announced very soon. Very soon. So get your ticket now. Get your ticket now. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Oh, BT. Okay, bet. You left him there for me. I'll take him then. Actually, let me just go Josh Jacobs real quick. Let me go just Josh Jacobs.
Man, you guys aren't taking quarterbacks down there?
I mean, I don't know what it is. This is the Tyler side versus the Jahan side, man. Maybe that's what it is. Vegas hates the Jets, but I'm with you, Justin. Yeah, I like Garrett. I like Garrett. I like Justin Fields a lot this year. Timed out on McBride. It's all right. It happens. It happens. Man, I feel like in these super flex drafts, it's one of those things where you have to see how it plays out too. Because like, there's been times where I've been in a league where everybody takes a quarterback, and then I've had it where like late in the draft, people hate. They're like, "No, you're not getting another quarterback." And I think that might be the concern is like you don't want to be stuck with like Tyler Shook and fucking Russell Wilson as your starters,
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Daniel Jones and Geno Smith, you asked out. I feel like by the time it gets to like QB 15, you better be like at least have one that you like or one at your draft. What I like to do really in that spot is take two of them. And then I'll probably get a third quarterback. Whereas I think the one special thing I would say about if you take two quarterbacks early is maybe you don't even have to take a second quarterback unless you're really just feeling it. I mean, a third quarterback, excuse me. You don't have to take like a backup quarterback, so to speak, unless you just absolutely want to. I don't know. That's
like at all. I mean, I probably would.
Just for bye weeks, that'd really be it.
Yeah, I mean, injuries, that kind of stuff. Or if I'm taking if I'm waiting on the quarterback position, I'd rather just take like three guys that I feel good about that way in case one of them is CJ Stroud or Jordan Love was disappointing, then I have somebody else. But I would say because I would take a third quarterback and I would kind of go with like Anthony Richardson just for that upside chase, which I don't think Anthony Richardson will be personally very good, but who the hell knows? And if he ends up hitting and figured stuff out, which is a very long shot, we already know like ceiling's elite with him, so that's something that I would do. Or even I think Daniel Jones could have a solid year if he ends up being the quarterback all year.
What's solid though? Like top 15? Like what do you consider solid?
Yeah,
I think
but like you're also drafting them as probably like quarterback 33,
I'm
34, which is good, I would say. And he has, a little bit of rushing upside too with him that other guys don't possess.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. Hey, by the way, you ever do Cameo?
Have I ever done it? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Cameo this year. I'll be so if you want like me to call your friends at Try Hard, if you want me to I can call your friends at Try Hard, if you want me to announce your draft order, if you want me to do like something cool for you guys' league, I'm on Cameo. I charge like $45, but if you want a Cameo, I think there's like discounts and shit too. So if you want me to do a Cameo for your league, I'll do one. I'll make it sweet too. Like I'm not gonna bullshit it for you guys. I'll take the time to do it right. But if you guys want Cameo or whatever, or me to do like a personalized message for you or talk shit to one of your teammates, let me know. I'm on there, and I'll be announcing that a little bit later. But just so you guys know, this is absolutely barbaric drafting. Someone take Kyler. Brock Bowers over Kyler is absurd. It's funny to me. Like this is how, but this is. I would say this. Do you feel?
I'll make him happy. I'll take Kyler for him.
Let me ask you this: you took Jalen Hurts now, knowing that you got Kyler way down here. How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like if you would have took Jamar Chase there and took Kyler down here, you'd feel better? Like knowing that you had Kyler Murray there still, or no?
I still like going because honestly, if he, I probably would not have taken Kyler there. I still would have waited, and I would have because I feel very good about Jalen Hurts being a 20 points per game type of player. And Jalen Hurts can maybe even get up to 24 just because every year he's been the starter, 10 plus or 10 rushing touchdowns at least. So I love Jalen Hurts. I think there's immense upside and he's a very consistent player. So no, even but the guy that took Joe Burrow, I mean, I would rather have gone with Bijan Robinson and get Kyler Murray there personally. That's something that I would do. But no, with who I got first, I really like who I got first, so I'm fine with it.
Herbert
Once
at
again, I think that
QB1
there's
is crazy.
top 3 quarterbacks. So like I think in Superflex it should be those top 3, just because those guys are so safe, barring injury, and have immense upside. Jayden Daniels, borderline, I think he should be, but we still don't know. It's 1 year. Like to see another year, obviously, but he's also in conversation. How do you feel? Is Jayden Daniels in that lead tier, or just like 1B-ish?
You know, I've been going back and forth because I was so in on Jayden Daniels last year at the value.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like he's more Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes range than he is elite tier. And here's the reason why. Like, you go and you get Deebo Samuel. Obviously, like, a focus is going to be on, you know, getting some stuff a little out quicker. But it's another year in this offense. He was the QB5 last year. And they were also playing teams that, like, they were trash teams. They had one of the worst records in the league the year before that. They now have since won the NFC Championship. Teams are gunning for them. And I think sometimes in year 2, it's kind of like what we did with CJ Stroud. The difference is Jayden Daniels is a little bit more of a runner, but he's not like Lamar Jackson where he's going to run for 1,000. And what happened last year in the middle of the year, I think it's easy to forget with Jayden Daniels. In the middle of the year, he got banged up. And what did Cliff Kingsbury say? We got to have Jayden protect himself a little bit more. We got to have him stop running as much. And it didn't necessarily play out like that towards the end of the year. He still had some really big games. But I do have some concerns about him long-term, like being more than an 800-yard rusher. It seems he's probably going to be more like 600 to 800, which is still great for fantasy. I just don't know that he has that Jalen Hurts touchdown upside, Josh Allen touchdown upside, or Lamar Jackson 1,000-yard upside. And if you don't have one of those 3, you can't really be in that tier to me. That kind of seems like more of a Joe Burrow-esque 20 to 1, 20, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of point range, as opposed to Lamar, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, where it's like 25 points. Are you there, or where are you at? Because that's an interesting conversation. I really believe.
He's in that tier for me, just because I do think the rushing upside is obviously elite, and he's also his second year in the league, which could even take another step as a passer or something like that. So I think he belongs in that tier. But I guess I want to put him in that. No, I would put him in that tier just because the rushing upside is up there, and I would put like Mahomes and Kyler and Burrow in the next tier personally. But like the Matt dude in chat said, someone take Brock Bowers over. But then he said the Seattle defense outscored Brock. No, they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's not correlated. Talk to me about that, because he heard my version of that, Tyler. Like, talk to me, because
unless he's talking
say like
standard.
they score more or score less. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, he must be talking about standard scoring
and not PPR.
Yeah, well, not even in standard scoring, or did they? Not even in standard scoring. I don't know what he's talking about, because not even in standard.
He said
scoring.
Non-PPR, yeah, non-PPR had to have been, because I mean you got an extra 100 points. And were you talking about that when you said quarterback versus running back too? Were you talking about that non-PPR? Because that matters. Like that's what I think sometimes.
But I'm looking at fantasy
quarterback.
pros.
It's weird because you have PPR and non-PPR leagues, half point. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Well, let me double check.
Yeah, like I think that it's like that's the interesting part is like, is it an 8-man league or a 16-man league? Is it half point PPR or non-point PPR? And most of what we do here is like PPR leagues, right? Like on this channel.
Yeah.
So when we have that conversation, maybe I'm taking quarterback in a 2 QB league, in a super flex league with 2 running backs and 2 receivers and only 1 flex. That changes what I would say. Like it does. I just wouldn't, the receivers aren't as much of a premium. Or if it's half point PPR with 2 quarterbacks and not like maybe I'll take a quarterback earlier. It matters what your league settings are. So I think you got to you can't use the problem with what I have. The problem I have is that everybody says the Superflex law like it applies to every fucking league, and that's not what it is. You definitely can't use it with tight end and defense. You're not going to take Seattle defense over fucking Brock Bowers.
No shot. I mean, first off, who's even playing in defensive leagues? Come on now.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of defense, get rid of kickers, and get rid of standard scoring is basically like a touchdown only parlay.
And that's also I don't like that comparison, because You can say that. I guarantee. All right, let me go look at this because first off, I went over to Fantasy Pros and I looked at their scoring. Now maybe he's looking somewhere else, but their scoring is pretty like basic, right?
Yeah,
And
standard,
you can
right.
flow through standard. And they didn't outscore him in either or. And I even went to just weeks 1 through 17, and they didn't outscore him. So I don't know what he's talking about. But
Well,
anyways,
he must have like some crazy defensive scoring or something.
well, even yeah. But even if you say that, like you go and look at T. Higgins, weeks 1 through 18, or well, I shouldn't say T because he didn't play the full year, but I'll say Cortland Sutton. Cortland
Mhm.
Sutton had a pretty good season last year, but he scored 143 fantasy points. So then you go and look at Seattle's defense. If you want to, they scored 138. So like I don't think that's a good comparison, comparing somebody to like a defense. That's just kind of like a weak take because if you're going to say standard scoring and defenses, like all those guys are basically around each other. So I just feel like it's a weird take to kind of say a defense. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Yeah. But see, I don't know if he did that intentionally, but that literally just weakened his quarterback argument to me. The same rules apply to quarterback. You only have to start one quarterback. And I think, like I said, it's just wired. I think the information we get, 18 versus 12 team versus 16 league, that matters. 2 QB versus Superflex matters. And I think a lot of people say, well, they're the highest scoring position, so you would do quarterback Superflex. It's not, it doesn't always work like that.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I lagged
I think
or
I
you
lagged.
lagged.
I think I
Okay.
lagged.
I missed a lot because it was like probably 10 seconds there.
My bad.
I
Well,
don't know what
whatever I
you said,
said,
but
if you missed it,
yeah,
it was the gym no matter what I said. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
No, this is it's been good, man. What about this question that came in? How do you prioritize a 14-man, 2 receiver, 1 flex in PPR? This is a good question. You want this one?
I mean, I would just kind of treat it similar to 12 team, except once again, like I would probably go with. I feel like the bigger the size of a league is, maybe I once again I would probably prioritize wide receivers a little bit more, just because. Once again, it's just harder to find replacement value at the wide receiver position than it is running backs. I just feel like running backs, you could find guys throughout the years for a week or two to get you through a stretch. Where wide receivers, it's so difficult to throw them in your starting lineup and feel good about it. So, I would kind of approach it the same way, but once again, just more of an emphasis on getting a good wide receiver room.
Yeah. No, I'm not mad at that. I like with the 14 team league, I feel like the 2 receivers, it's like it
Yeah,
kind
two
of
wide receivers.
yeah, kind of it devalues a receiver, the need to draft a receiver a little bit, and then I will go a little bit more running back heavy. So I think sometimes people come in my chat and they're like, "Oh, why would you take Alvin Kamara so high?" It's probably because they're in a half point PPR league or a standard league, so they don't think Kamara is valuable, or they're like, why do you take all these receivers so high?" Because you're probably in a 2 receiver league and you don't really see the value in that. So understand when you process the information, sometimes it depends so much on your league strategy, or like when you hear somebody hyping up, a rookie, this rookie is going to go crazy. A lot of times they're referencing their best ball teams and what they want to do in dynasty more so than a redraft league. So you got to be able to understand what you're listening to as well. What do you think about? There's one thing too. I was having this conversation with Kendall Valenzuela. She came on the show last week.
No, son of a bitch! I wanted to go
Oh, you
Swift
wanted
there.
Swift? See, you asked out. Now you got to take Quishon Judkins.
I'll take him, whatever. I don't care.
But I was having a conversation with her last week. Or no, it wasn't even her. Who was it? It was with Chris Allen, my bad. And we were having a conversation about the running back position. And one thing I said was, I think everybody talks about like running backs and how they stayed healthy last year and how it pushes receiver value down. What I do think it's impacted is like the backup running back. I feel like backup running backs now are like pushed down there. We're getting like Tank Bigsby, and there's even like the dual backfields. The Brian Robinsons, the Travis Etienne's, like all those guys are getting pushed down really far this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I still don't even think, like, with it being as healthy as it was, I'm gonna go with
it was just crazy. I was like, I think there's more correlation with that to me.
And with as healthy as it was, because just a few years ago, drafts were so running back dominant, like in the beginning too. Now you're, and even with the running back staying as healthy as they were last year, I don't even think it's fully rebound though, because leagues are still, you're still taking, I don't even know how many wide receivers in the first round. It's definitely more than the running back position. So even with it being healthy, but yeah, I just think that with some of the running backs, you see it a lot with the running backs though, honestly, with the unknown backfield. We don't know who the guy is going to be. A lot
Yeah,
of times,
ambiguous backfields.
yeah, like those guys kind of go later anyways. I would say, like, for instance, we talked about this a little bit last time too. The Carolina backfield, the Bengals backfield last year as well. Like those guys went around where Tyrone Tracy and like Cam
Yeah.
Scattaboo and Travis Etienne and Bashal Toot and Tank Bigsby are. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say that like it's, I don't know. I don't think that there's a difference from last year to this year, really, even though that they're really healthy, because even like Alvin Kamara is still a value and in the running back position was healthy.
I don't
So
understand. I don't
people
understand
just
why he's
really like
getting
wide
faded.
receivers.
I do not. I can't understand that for the life of me. Why he's getting faded.
Well, we'll see too. I think that people are so used to best ball right now,
Yeah.
and they approach drafts right now kind of like best ball drafts a little bit, because they've played it where you get a lot of the regulars in, the running backs will move up the board. And I can already see, because you're starting to see in best ball right now, Christian McCaffrey, he's already moving up, moving up, moving up. And I would not be shocked if he's going at like pick 7, pick 6 all the time, come like late August if he's
Yeah.
healthy. So we'll start to see some running backs even move up the board even more.
I hope they do, because I feel like there's a lot of, well, maybe I hope they don't, but I feel like I've been finding, like, as far as the early drafts, I've been finding like, okay, I could wait on running backs and get a lot of the backups I like for the bench. Because if you really think about it, this is, and it's approach I've had to kind of think about this year. It's like second half of the year is where everybody says, oh, the rookies, the young guys, they take over. And we see, like last year, we had like Miles Sanders go crazy. We had like Tajay Spears go crazy. Like just random running backs would come into play. But you can also draft a lot of those guys, even the rookies, a lot later, those 4th and 5th round draft picks, the ones, the Bucky Irvings, you get those late. So why not load up on like 3 or 4 of those guys and see which ones hit? Like, to me, I'm all in on that kind of like mentality, because I feel like that is a winning strategy to me, is loading up on like elite receivers, guys that you can start all 4 of those positions, getting 1 or 2 rock running backs. You never really need to take them out unless it's bye weeks or they get hurt. And then making sure you have backups at the receiver position, and then you're good, bro. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a winning ass strategy to me.
I just hope, like, how I've been doing my drafts lately is, even over the past couple of years now, is going with elite wide receivers early on. I agree with you, getting like 1 or 2 early-ish running backs, and then this year, I don't know. This year I just love the ETN, the Tracy range of running backs. Like, I just think that there's so many potentially good running backs that go in that range that could be like league winners, even a Tony Pollard or Tajay Spears, like something like that. That's really interesting, and players that I'm going to have a lot of in fantasy. I think that that's a really good running back part in the draft that I really like to take a lot of those guys and just load up.
Well, did you see my strategy, Tyler? I tried something out this time in a Superflex league, and it's going to go crazy. I'm about to wait until my last 2 picks to pick quarterback.
Oof.
We'll see how the team looks. I want to see what quarterback I get here. I was hoping Cam Ward would. I was hoping Cam Ward would make it. I probably should have took him instead of Tua for the upside. That's what I should have done, but I fucked up. It is what it is. I saw only one person needed a quarterback left, so I was like, maybe, or no, it was 2. It was 2. I saw only 2, and I was like, maybe I could get him, but there's one more I like.
There's one more that you like?
Yeah, one more that I like down here. As far as like late round upside.
So you don't want me to? I guess technically I haven't taken a tight end.
Oh, you just be you got to take a tight end, bro. Let me execute the formula.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to hate, you can hate.
Well, I won't lie. I'm not gonna take. I probably would go with a third quarterback right here, but
Then go with it. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
I haven't taken a tight end, so I need to kind of complete the draft a little bit.
Yeah. Loveland, you like Loveland this year? I'm not on Loveland at all.
As like at this point of the tight end position, it's hideous down here.
Yeah.
So I'll take my
Yeah.
shot, and if he doesn't end up being any good early on, I'll just play the waiver or pick somebody up.
Yeah, drop him and get another one.
Yeah. At this point in the draft, because I mean, Kyle Pitts, we've been waiting for years now. Not saying I honestly kind of like where Kyle Pitts is going, but I'll take the mystery box upside kind of guy.
Make sure I hit the like on it. P. Howard. Who the fuck is P. Howard, bro?
That's got to be a troll pick.
It's got to be a troll pick. I was going to take Aaron Rodgers, but I took Bryce Young for some upside. I like getting Aaron Rodgers down here too. Like normally I would go quarterback a little heavier and then get Aaron Rodgers as like a top 15 4 play. So
I like Geno Smith.
Geno too. I don't feel like there's a lot of upside there for him. Like Darnold, where did Darnold go? Did Darnold not go? I didn't even see him.
He didn't go yet. No.
Yeah, I could have took Darnold too. I feel like there's more upside with Darnold than Geno. What's your take on Cam Ward? Do you think he could be good in his first year? I think Cam Ward is like CJ Stroud 2 years ago. Perfect situation where the cast doesn't seem like it's very good. Probably will have a small rushing upside, like 300 to 500 yards, somewhere in that range. And it also passes really well. So you got Calvin Ridley good one there. Kind of reminds me like having a Nico Collins. It's just when you're underrated and you go this low, there's value. And if he gives us a little bit more on the ground than we're thinking, bro, like Cam Ward could be a nice fucking pick down here.
Yeah, I don't mind him. I would prefer him more as like my quarterback 3 than a quarterback 2 personally, though.
Yeah, I think if you were playing best ball, though, he's a great QB2 to have, best ball-wise. All right, let us know your guys' thoughts on this draft. I'm not going to do any team ratings. What did you think about the let me get your honest feedback on the waiting 0 QB strategy to the max. Honest feedback. The team isn't bad.
No, the team's not bad, but it's just the quarterbacks are just so low upside that you need those guys to hit, because if they don't hit, I just don't.
Let me ask you, if I would have taken Cam Ward right there and then maybe say it was Geno Smith or Darnold after that, how would you have felt about it?
Like it? No. I still like I would have gone with like the one thing that, I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? But like I would have taken at least Jared Goff or get like Drake May there instead of
Goff and May were gone though. I was just trying like
no. I'm saying like earlier in the draft.
Gotcha.
Like as my quarterback 1, I would have preferred, if you're gonna go with something like that. This is kind of like the very first Superflex question that popped up. This is what I mean. I would have gone with, like, in my opinion, a Dak Prescott, a Drake May, a guy that I think has top 5 upside. And people laugh when I say Drake. Like, if Drake May, he has a lot of rushing upside this year, and he could grow as a passer. I think it's very unlikely that he's a top 5 quarterback, but I do think that there's potential there. And with Dak, I would prefer one of those guys be my QB1, and then I kind of double dip like you did at the quarterback position as quarterback 2, because I think that you can play matchups, or one of those guys hit, then you have a solid quarterback 2. That's just what I would do in this situation, going back to that very first question we had.
Yeah, see, I want, if you have the stats pulled up real quick, pull them up for me real quick, because I would have done something similar. Typically, like I probably would have gotten like Jordan Love right there at the pick, or like try to get somebody else in there. But pull this up for me real quick, because I want to see the difference between last year between Justin Jefferson and like Joe Burrow or Jayden Daniels, right? The point differential between those two versus the point differential between Tua and Josh Downs. If you have that information in front of you, you have that or no? Like,
I know the two. I know like Justin Jefferson and Joe Burrow is like 2 points per game.
2 points per game? Yeah. How many total was it? Let's see. So Joe Burrow had 381. Justin Jefferson had 317. So was that 60 points? Somewhere around 60 points? And then what was the difference? Oh, Tua didn't play last year. Give me a quarterback like T-Law. T-Law didn't finish the season. Give me Goff. Goff had 336. That doesn't – let me get somebody else that was like Stafford. Let's try Stafford, right? Stafford had 222. Josh Downs had 183. So it's like a 50-point difference there between those two type players. So it depends on your I guess your thought on like who you draft really matters. Who you draft. You got to hit on your quarterback, but I'll take my chance down here.